Today is going to be a great day because we're talking Scout here on the channel, and it's been a minute, and there's not been a ton to talk about. I've watched them build it through their social media, through Scout's social media. I've been watching them build the plant. They occasionally show some stuff where they're prototyping new things, trying to get probably the final design ready to go when the production is able to launch. They'll be there ready to go, and they're still saying 2027. Now, 2027 probably means later of 27, so we're almost in the 28s. Now, this is nothing new, so I don't want anybody to freak out, but I want to go and we're going to look around the web here a little bit and see what news is out there. And we're going to start with scoutmotors.com. So let's check this out. And here we have it. The Scout always comes back. That is nice branding and stuff. And of course, the website, nothing a ton has changed about it. You can still make reservations on the site. I was a day one reservation. I'm pretty excited to still be a reservation holder, even though those pesky tax credits have gone away. And well, by the time with the Scouts come around, they're definitely gone. And I know the current administration said, well, hey, on new car purchases, you can do, do some trickery that way with the old tax man. But we're not there yet, so we're not going to go too deep into that. But one thing they have been showing is down at the bottom here, it shows entry-level model prices under $60,000, which you know what that means. $59,995 is what that means. And then we option these things up. We're still yet to figure out how are we going to be able to option these things up, because there is no build and price. This is the website, and we're going to go through it just a little bit, but there is nothing a ton about to talk about with this thing, because, well, I know they're getting all their prices set. They're trying to get all their secondary and third tier manufacturing ready to go, ready to launch. And they said, hey, here's the goals, meet these goals, meet these prices. And that's what they're doing right now. So let's get into this website. And I'm going to start off with the Traveler SUV, because this is what I reserved. I reserved this initially without the harvester, with the gas powered generator that they can come with now. And I about 6 months ago, I said, hey, you know what? I probably should try to get that generator with this thing, because with the generator, you can get up to 500 miles of range. And that's reasonable for me. And especially I think the generator is going to help with this vehicle when it becomes too cold or extreme hot weather. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it helps with the cooling. Help with the AC of the vehicle, and also heating of the vehicle will be nice too. If they somehow route where you don't have to use up battery for the heating, I think that would be nice. And especially, I've never found AC in EVs to keep up with my needs. So and that's probably just me. Don't beat up the guy here. Don't beat up the guy just looking at the Traveler wishing he had one in his driveway right now. But still, ultimately, I'm very, very pumped to have one of these in my driveway, and I think you guys will be too, as long as they don't change too much about this thing. And it's definitely I play camping, towing, anything. I'm very pumped to see what this thing is capable to do. I've made it a goal that this will be our first EV here on the channel, so I'm pretty pumped by that. But what is going on with the old truck? Let's go ahead and see the old Terra truck there, because I do know people that are friends on the East Coast. I know some manufacturing that this is what they ordered, and they're pretty excited for that. A little long for me personally. Reminds me of the Gladiator, but that's okay. And this, once again, says starting under $60,000 there at the fine print at the very bottom, and I'll zoom in on that. But yeah, that's once again, I think it is a good looking design. Definitely something to be pumped up. Once again, I love their work ready to play anything. They know their branding really, really well. So, and everywhere is like, please reserve, because there's a big need for people to do reservations on this, because, well, there's a lot of money at stake here. The plant alone is very expensive. I've often said on the channel, it's over $1 billion to develop a vehicle. It's probably more like $1.5 billion to $2 billion now to develop a vehicle. So they need this thing to be a home run from the get-go, which is exciting, but they can't get to the get-go till they build these things. So let's check out what's going on with the plant. Now let's pull up here, and this is still on Scout's website, Community Hub. They're doing a really good job of letting people know what's going on with the brand. This was something during the pandemic, and I know it was the pandemic that other brands, when they were launching new vehicles, they could do very well, because of, well, people had to keep away from each other. But Scout has done a really good job at this, of their Community Hub. So it kind of, we'll go through it just a little bit here. And you can see there, definitely, this is the Scout Nationals, 2025 Nationals. There's a story there if you want to read on it. which is nice because they're really pushing, hey, we want heritage. We need to get the people, the old school people behind this so they can help show some of the excitement. And honestly, the old school people's helping to draw people in to help get people that don't even know what Scout is to kind of build some excitement. So it's nice to see that they're working on showcasing that. They do have a nice forum, a very nice forum that they launched from day one that you can go see. And here's some more stuff from it. Now, some of these are older. This is from May, but I do want to click. And one thing they've done very well is they've been showing updates. Now, this is dated May, and I know on Instagram they've done a lot better photos and stuff. But it kind of gives you a nice layout of like, hey, here's where we're at within the plant. It's kind of nice to get to see the layout of the plant, the assembly body shop over here. So that'll be where all the stamping and stuff is. Assembly, paint shop. It'll go right into assembly, and then right out this door, and it's going to be back to the back here. Or the body shop or finish will come right out there, park them ready to be delivered. Yeah, we still don't know how that's going to go, but it is, once again, some nice updates here on the website to show. And back to the community tabs here, once again, you can see where they've definitely been showcasing all the fun that they're doing there. But let's go a little deeper. I want to show you guys what people are talking about. Well, if we've learned anything over the years, to create a good community, you need to have a good forum. And Scouts come out and they've done their own forum, and I'm bringing it up here, let you guys see what's going on there. But this is their general discussion area. They have lots of good stuff you can talk about. Really good. Like, you can go ahead and hit new posts here and just see what there's daily. There's people asking stuff, what's going on. Colors, that's been a big one on the forum, stuff like that. So if you want to, go ahead and join that. Even if you haven't put a registration down, join it and let's see what the excitement's about. Maybe you want to jump in based on what you're reading on there, which is pretty freaking cool. And I'm happy that they've done a nice forum like that, because once again, this brand needs a lot of enthusiasts and community to kind of circle the wagons, as it were, and show strength. And I think that's a good thing that they're doing. One thing I like is social media presence. They have actually a pretty good social media presence and quite a few followers. I'm surprised they have this many, but let's bring this up here. And this is Scout's Instagram, and all auto manufacturers for some reason love Instagram. So that's what we're going to focus on with their social media presence. And we will go in here. And of course, you got to have the beauty shots. Good job on that for Scout for kind of showcasing all the fun. Got some fun stuff right here we can get into. Pull this away. Kind of fun. You get to see some different angles, some stuff that the Scout will do. That's fun. Showing older, they're paying heritage, showing hey, we love where we came from, even though we hadn't been around in a long time. We do love where we came from. Showing all the family, that's kind of fun. And there's a couple things I want to show you. They're into racing right now. They're back to Baja, so they've supported one of the older trucks running Baja. And this is kind of fun here. You can see they're showing they're working on design. Now, I know you're like, whoa, these colors. Yeah, just remember, they're working out the actual physical, making everything work. So that's kind of like, color really doesn't matter at this point. And at the end of the day, they would airbrush this stuff or whatever they needed to do for a presentation. But they're really doing a good job here, man. Like I said, they're doing good jobs with the updates. This is from August 8th, as you can see right here. So definitely some fun with the planning of that. Some of this you just saw from what I've done, but yeah, they've done a really good job social media. Some of the stuff too, I like to see how they're showing, hey, we're product testing. We're doing some unique, look at the infotainment center right here. So definitely this is a pet mode, as you can see. So it's going to be a lot like what Tesla does. So you can put your car in pet mode. It's going to run the AC. So if your animals and you're away from your vehicle, which is really cool. And I love that. Look how big 66 degrees is, because that's something, you don't want people coming in and smashing your windows like that. Once again, here is a little teaser of the outside of it. And I'm very happy to see that they seem committed to everything that they said at launch. Now, will we get everything? I don't know exactly, but I'm pretty happy to see hey, no, we're going to make this work. We're really hardcore to do this. So I'm very pumped about that. And I definitely think you guys should be too. And in the comments, because I want to talk about this brand some, but there's just not a ton to talk about just yet. In the comments, did you do a reservation? Well, how long was it when they launched it? Did you do your reservations? Have you lost sight of this and been like, oh yeah, I forgot I put a reservation on that like 2 years ago? It's very exciting. It's been only about a year, but it's very exciting what they're doing. I'm still very pumped about it, even though we haven't been able to talk about it a ton. It does kind of make me excited when I start looking at these pictures again. Excited to have the thing in the driveway, see what it's very capable of. And think you guys should be too.